talking about repealing Obamacare and replacing it. What would you replace it with? What are some of the policies that you're working on to replace it?
Yeah, is it okay if I answer the question sitting here? It's not going to mess up my computer. There are a number of alternatives that were proposed during the debate, but just not even seriously considered. One of the most important is to get rid of junk lawsuits. Junk lawsuits are driving doctors out of practice, and they're costing our healthcare system billions of unnecessary dollars. The most reliable estimate is that over the next 10 years, if we got rid of those fake lawsuits and medical malpractice, we would save $60 billion that could be used for health care for Americans. And it would encourage doctors to stay in office. Howard Dean, a few weeks back, was being asked, why was this not considered? And he said, well, I'm going to get in trouble, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's because we didn't want to take on the trial lawyers. So special interests resulted in this bill not containing a cost saving of $60 billion in health care for the people of this country. We should be allowed to purchase health care insurance policies across state lines. It's just absurd that you have to do it here. If you'd like a policy provided by another company, better. Or maybe the cost is lower. We should have portability so that workers, employees, have ownership of their policy so that if they transfer jobs or lose their jobs, the policy isn't strictly with the employer, but the employee can take it with them. Right now, if you're an employer and you provide health care coverage, you can deduct the cost. But if you're an employee, if you're a working man or woman and you buy it, you can't get a deduction. We think there should be a deduction for workers as well if they purchase their own health care insurance. We should allow competition and inject family decisions into the process. Companies have done this where they have health savings accounts where their costs are lower because the coverage kicks in after deductible, but the family is given a health savings account to cover that deductible where they'll decide whether or not a particular visit to a doctor or a procedure is necessary. So there are literally dozens of better ideas that because they were committed to ramming this through before the American people knew what was in it, were never included. And if we have the opportunity to replace it, then we will be able to consider and hopefully pass a lot of these alternatives.
You mentioned that Revere America is focused